Dad. Yeah, here's my two babies. I've never seen the get in these videos. Pop, pop. Hey, pop, pop. Pop, pop. Dot. Dot. Yeah, pop, pop. Dot. No, no, pop, pop. No, no. S. Pop up. baby. Hi, babe. Hey, babe. Okay.
Yeah, you wrote your name too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
it's Mother's
James?
Day.
More candy, Mommy.
You want candy in there? There's no candy in here. Okay, who's that? Is that a boy?
Yeah, that's from James.
Okay, is that the flowers?
Flower. Okay,
Yeah.
open it,
Oh,
Mom.
is that nice?
Open it.
Luke and JP, why don't y'all stand back here so I can get you? Yeah. Okay, Dot. Why don't you take Dot with you, JP? Pop, pop.
Give it to him. Give that to him. Here. Hold up, see that? See that?
JP, so why don't you get on back there?
Luke, don't.
Scrunch down, Luke and JP.
Okay, now get the present. Okay, get the present first.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Pop, Pop. Okay, Pop, Pop. Let Mommy open it now. Okay, yeah. Just wait now, and then you can get the bowl, okay?
Luke, Jonathan, don't bother him.
What is it? Open it. I'll open it. Oh.
There's the bowl. Okay, you want the bowl?
Yeah. Here, Pop, Pop.
Open it.
Okay, pull it on. Pull. Awesome.
Now open the box.
Take the lid off. Take the lid off. There. See that? It's another box. Let go. You have to let go of it.
And open it. A wingy.
She knows. Mommy's.
Pop, 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 pop. No, 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 pop, pop.
Green. Is that pretty?
No, no, pop, pop. No, 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 no.
Okay, let's get the cake.
Let's get the cake.
Well,
Okay.
okay, pop, pop. Now give it back to mommy.
Give it to mommy.
There you go. Oh, yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Go with this.
Which way is it going? This is-
Let's go in
Yeah,
there on
thanks.
the cake.
Yeah. That's got all the birthstones in it.
Let's get the cake.
And
Oh,
those are genuine stones. That's right. It's,
See, Lude is red, Jonathan is blue, Dot is brown.
and his is the last one, the opal.
No, no,
Lou,
God is pink.
Lou. Okay.
See, I think green, I guess.
Let's get the cake down.
Okay, well first you gotta eat and then you get your cake later on, okay? Okay, so that's Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, yeah.
And this evening we'll go out to eat dinner.
Here, give me this. There's your bow. You want to put that on? Put that on your arm. See that? Is that nice? Okay. There you go. Okay. There you go. Is it beautiful? Okay.
Dot. Ah, baby. Yeah. Well, we'll get the cake later on, Pop Pop. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna smile?
Beep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Done. Dang. This is the present. I have my present here. This is on the present.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Tommy.
So you got anything to say for Mother's Day or what? Say yes. You got anything to say for Mother's Day or what? Huh?
No.
You ain't got nothing to say at all? No reflections back on having four kids?
Can you see the ring? Can you close up on the ring?
I can't get that close.
Let me get a bag for this right
Oh, baby. Whisker. I'm not gonna move.
Excuse me. Go ahead, James. You go eat.
I wanna eat.
Go ahead and eat. We saw in Cherry Point, North Carolina, they have an airstrip there. So that's what I'm thinking about.
Well, you'll just see them in
So
the
you
air.
just stand up there and show
Yeah,
up.
we were standing there once, and you don't hear them until they're right up on you. And they came up from behind us, and all of us. I jumped, Lucas started crying, Carissa started screaming.
Pop, pop.
She was what, 6 months?
Pop, pop. No, no.
Yeah. Well, James did.
No, no. No, no.
It even scared me. It was so loud and unexpected.
Yeah.
But it was neat. It was really neat. Somebody tried to tell me that they flew under the bridge.
Oh.
That would be a trick. Maybe the new
One
one.
of them flew under the bridge. And I believed it,
Well, they could, but it wouldn't be allowed. Okay, hon. Well, if you wanna,
Sing happy anniversary to you.
I don't even, well, all she's got to do is open up her stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you accept that stuff?
All she's got to do is open up her stuff.
Sit next to Dad and James.
Let me get
No, oh no, go ahead. You know, make yourself, because I'm not gonna. Have a seat there.
You want to eat? Oh, heart-shaped cake. No, just wait your turn.
Oh, no.
Maybe you guys
are
I
candy.
think you guys can eat out on the
In
porch.
general,
Maybe
the
Carissa
only
better eat out there.
Hey, we get to eat out on the porch then. Daddy, we get to eat out on the porch. Come on.
Well, that's up to Miss Esther.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the
Yeah.
mess.
Can we eat
Yeah.
out on the porch?
You need to.
Make yourself, have a seat.
I guess we're not gonna light these candles, huh?
Not really. I mean, no.
Well, I mean,
This one put them sitting
No.
at the
What? I was
table.
gonna let you sit
I
there.
know.
Can me and Dad James sit down on the deck?
Yeah.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
Just sit here,
Good
but
idea.
that'd be a good idea if they kind of ate
Yeah,
out
because we
there.
just cleaned the
No, we're sitting down on the deck and eating.
You want to
Sit
sit
down.
there? That's
Sit-
Mr.
sit-
Bob's chair.
No, I'm not gonna be sitting here too much. Oh.
Wait, I want to see what they're doing.
Open up present. Did you sing happy anniversary to your mom and dad?
She can hardly
Happy
sing.
anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Bob and Esther. Happy anniversary to you. Yay!
Yes.
2 years.
Okay.
I guess we have to light the candles.
Well, no, there are no candles to light. It's just a cake. I wrapped them in the only paper that I had left. The Christmas present paper.
These look like almonds.
It's closed.
Oh, I like that window.
There's a one out front, isn't
This is from Basic. Candy.
Yeah, you can tell by the angles.
I had.
The window, it's a bay window out front.
We
isn't it?
wanted to buy
Now,
Is that
did they repair
from?
the roof after you all moved in, or was that before you?
That was before.
Okay, you should have seen it. It was interesting.
Grandma.
It It wasn't ugly, it's
Yeah.
just so different.
Oh,
See,
ooh,
Haley
isn't that
was-
That's probably my
pretty?
Easter dress now. We talked about getting one.
Mom. That's Mr. Bob.
See, is that nice? You'll see it. It's nice and
Isn't
soft.
that pretty?
And what is this?
Yes, I know, you just love dresses, don't you?
Fish. Well, you know she does.
So did you hold it up to see what it looks like? You don't even know what it looks
Well,
like.
yeah, but then I'm never gonna get it back in.
Well,
the
sorry,
box.
you can just lay it on the side. I'll get it back in the box.
Have the piece with those yellow pieces of candy.
Well, you have to ask, it's not my cake.
Oh,
Get
the
your fingers out of
candy.
your mouth, honey.
How?
Yeah, someone stole 7 this morning, so we had to quit. I don't know when that happened either. I was kind of like, up
James probably did, or Dot. They might
to
have
it. Yes,
eaten
well, I mean, we kind of know that. We just didn't know which one.
Figured the older kids knew better, right?
it. I think it was James. He's one of the.
So you guys got married the year I graduated from high school.
Watch it.
That's right.
Watch it.
I remember that part.
Let's keep the conversation current, all right?
Keep things up to date.
Yeah. Yeah, watch it. Let's keep the conversation current.
That's right, I guess it was 2 years ago we went to 20th.
Oh, there's the
Pretty.
Was your 20, what is it, 20th reunion you went to?
It's a red one.
Ooh, isn't that pretty?
Red one, but same kind. Red. Red.
Red, that's my favorite
Well,
color.
hold it up, Beth. I mean, like you don't know what it looks like.
Well, I know, it's just
No, you don't.
So that is really pretty.
These are Mr. Bob's.
yeah, okay, well, we'll see what he looks like.
Isn't that pretty? I like that.
I like.
See, you have the darker hair. so
I like
that's
the
where-
pink one. I like the
You haven't gotten in those colored things?
Well, now she has the darker hair.
We won't get into that either, all right?
Oh, say, what do you see now?
I remind you this is being recorded for posterity's sake.
I'll get myself in a lot of trouble, so I'm
Hey,
gonna
some
do
people gray it. Don't.
Because they're always gets clothes.
It's okay, it's all his fun. It's
That's
when
the
the baby
grown-up
hairs.
me. I'm supposed to keep children.
It's always
You know, a lot of
This is another one.
Mine.
I've got
This is green.
my
Mine's the
eyebrows.
cake now.
I just pull mine.
This is
Wire
green.
down.
This
Yeah,
is,
don't do that, then more will grow in. That's what they told me.
this
to go
is
in.
another one. This is another one.
Don't pull it out. What are you doing?
Oh,
Your,
Okay,
oh,
honey.
your eyes match this tablecloth. Yay.
mine match the window.
Luke, Luke, keep your
Oh,
voice
that's
down, buddy.
neat. I like that too.
Oh, cool.
A nice cool summer dress.
Summer. Let's open it some more.
You
This
like
opens
that.
up more.
I like that.
No, Clarissa, now you get away from Brown.
Yeah, she'll have her hands on
Hot cake.
That's what she
a
was doing.
heart cake. Isn't that sweet?
Oh, yeah, I bought those pans. I have to watch it so I don't buy them all. You know what I mean? You really don't have space to go harder than that. You know, you go to those craft shops, Michael's, and they have whatever, one of everything. No, don't open it. You smack the cartons off. Storage.
Oh, this is another one. What'd you
You're
give?
good at that, aren't you?
Mommy,
That's the
you
fun part.
gave it.
Go ahead, guys.
Now it's their anniversary. Who do you think gave it to her?
Oh, no, wait. I mean, this guy wasn't that smart.
Take it
No,
out.
right here, I could figure it out.
This is the anniversary of when they got married. Who do you think gave it to her?
Wow, it's purple.
Easy, Pop Pop.
Now, who would have to buy the clothing? I mean, who would buy the present? Don't. Who would buy the present for the
Okay, Pop Pop, get down now.
And when you get married, you buy your wife a present, okay? On your anniversary, okay?
Oh, do I have to?
Do I have to? Yeah, you have to work hard.
He
He likes to work.
I've already got a friend I like the most. That's
I
the
work with my
second
dad.
friend I like the most. Mommy, that's the second
doesn't like
friend
it.
I like the most. Jesse's the first.
Now, that's a nice thing to say.
I mean, school, anybody goes to school.
That's the first
Work,
too.
yeah.
Men work. No, that's like,
Much.
The
it's
first
nothing much,
two.
but it's like, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
No, Pop Pop.
There's perfect.
And
That was a free one. That was on the table.
So what now?
Dad, you want to eat
Boy,
outside?
she gonna look pretty, huh?
Mommy! Mommy!
We'll see. I
You want me to wear that tomorrow?
said, get anything but blue. I have tons of blue.
Mommy!
What?
Have a nice taste.
Thank you.
Probably my favorite color.
Yes, you can eat outside.
No, let your mom have this, okay? There you go.
Okay. Ready to cut the cake?
I want the bottom.
Oh, you cut the cake.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cut the cake.
That's right. I forgot to get a knife.
You're messing.
See, then you put it in.
No, it's just that.
It says
Yeah, hers doesn't stay either. It's just that.
Here, huh?
Hers doesn't stay because she pulls it out.
Yes.
Oh, not these. These are like
Yes.
Miss Esther, can I cut like
those.
this?
They were like hers.
Mommy, Miss Esther,
Luke,
can
I'd keep your fingers away.
cut mine across the bottom. Cut mine across the bottom.
Oh, you like all the icing? Oh, you want the numbers?
Yeah, but just the yellow ones.
Just
though.
the yellow. You want the yellow numbers?
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat all? Is she gonna eat all? Probably not.
I can.
I don't know. Are you going to eat all that cake?
Yeah,
Maybe you
sure.
should split that with
Did you want some ice cream?
Take it off. You want like this?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the spoons are for, don't you? Oh.
Your light on?
Yeah, rayon. That's a synthetic silk, basically, right? That's why DuPont.
Yeah.
Actually, was it DuPont that made rayon? No, it was ICI. I think.
So what do you?
What do I see some?
Oh yeah, there. See?
There you go. Yeah, I see. Okay. Is this your anniversary present? All
No,
right.
not that. We've had. We got that after Dot was born.
We were lucky. We had somebody
neat.
tape Luke as he was growing. They watched Luke and they taped him.
Me, we never did get a tape of that. So how did you guys meet? You can answer that question as long as you don't ask us the same question.
Oh, what kind of question is that anyway?
Where did you meet?
Bible college, right? I thought you were gonna answer.
Fort Wayne Bible
In Bible college.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, yep. She was coming down the stairs late for dinner and wasn't dressed in her proper attire.
Uh
So I got her ID card, made her go back up and get dressed.
oh. So you were the hall monitor or something?
Not in the girls' dorm. You know.
No, it's
Yeah, it's working.
Now it's on. You can tell because you see a red light,
Those
right?
arrows should keep flashing. You see those arrows that keep?
Oh yeah, I see. It means it's going forward, huh?
See, she doesn't wear glasses, does she?
No,
She needs them.
I do.
Sister Ruth.
Why do you say that?
You told me you'd need them before.
I've never said I need glasses.
Okay. I imagine it.
You must have.
So I knew her sister Ruth and figured out her last name was Hebrew. Asked her if she was
Yeah,
related
my older
to Ruth.
sister went there, actually.
And she said, yeah.
The old guys, you know, they're all the same age.
But I was not that much interested in her. She was sort of. I did meet her once before. About a year before she came to Fort Wayne. She came to this conference, and she came with her sister Ruth. And I don't know, she must have been about 14 or 15. About 14 or 15, man. And
Uh-oh.
Pop, and I was the head usher. And Ruth came and said she came in with her and had her, and Esther had to go to the bathroom or something, I don't know. But anyway, I escorted Ruth down, and she said that her sister was coming. And I said, oh, that's all right. Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing? Good, Dad.
Yeah? So what do you have to say, Deb?
I hope that you're not recording this.
Why?
Because I just hope that you're not.
Well, so what would you, Deb, now do I look like I'm recording it? I mean,
You do, so
why?
maybe you need to turn it off.
No, I just got it, here, and it's just sort of pointing that way, that's all.
You're wasting your film.
Chaplain, how are you?
Doing fine, sir. Okay, Mary,
Chaplain, sit down.
so do you have anything to say?
Are you, sir?
Chaplain, sit down. How are you, sir?
Yeah? Deb, at the Chaplain Corps banquet in the year 2003, guess what comes on here, huh?
Well, see, if Arlene and Patty were here, we'd obviously been going to the chapel and get married.
Hey, here they
And here we are today at the Naval Academy, and they're getting all the way up there to the top. And as you can see, as the chaplain said, the class of '98 was going to be the most dramatic, the ones that do it in those most shortest and quickest time. And if you'll look off there onto your right, and you will see that they're making some significant progress. This is Chaplain Robert Lewis reporting from the top of the Naval Academy here at Pine. And now let us break from the action to get the comments of one viewer here at the ECA. Madam, this is Chaplain Lewis, and I'm here with the Chaplain of the Naval Academy. I wanted to get your opinion here on the situation. What do you think of the class of 1998 and their efforts?
I think they're great. I think they're wonderful. I think they're going to do it right now.
And here you've had it firsthand from someone who knows. This is switching off and switching back to Mount Hernon. Chaplain Lewis from the steps of the United States Naval Academy. Bye. And as you can see, the progress has been impeded a little bit. Some of the bodies have now gone back down. However, be rest assured that they will make it. And now we will take a short break for a commercial. This is Chaplain Lewis signing off. Chaplain Lewis returning once again, and as you can see, they are steadily, impedingly making progress. And in about another 2 to 3 feet, they should have it. And we should all end this and be on our way home for the weekend. And we have a little exposure type situation there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it there, Alice. Yes, they've got it covered right now. Up, as you can see, the thing has fallen back down to a situation again, and here we are once again, once more. Well, no, I got pretty good right here, but I'm going to go up there and get him anyway in just a second. And we're going to take a little break from the action here. This is Chaplain Luke signing off once again. We are once again at the United States Naval Academy here, and we're going to talk to one of our local resident experts here regarding their experience with the plebe summer and the climbing of Mount Hernon. And we have here the illustrious Command Chaplain, Captain Friel. And we would like your comments, sir, if you could give us briefly on your brief opinions of this exercise that is going so far.
Especially, I'm not talking to anything that resembles something like that. They're just waiting to get some more stuff in the paper. You know?
And here you
want to take pictures up here?
And here you've had it first from the Command Chaplain. Academy. All right, then that's signing off and taking it around. Runs to the action, and as you can see, they're making steadily progress up the side there at one little plebester right there, and you notice that they're all wearing synchronized underwear.
Synchronized underwear. Some of them are losing their pants.
Academy with our Commandant and his wife at this lovely occasion. And sir, if you could give us your opinion of the exercise that is going thus far as you have seen it in your years of experience.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for people to make absolute fools of themselves, trying to climb to the top of a monument that wasn't built to be climbed upon.
And here you've had it straight from the mouth of Captain Bogle, our Commandant here at the Naval Academy. And now we will too soon as wish and get the opinion of Mrs. Bogle. Mrs. Bogle, would you concur with that opinion, or do you have a different idea upon this whole situation? And here you've had it, folks, here at the Naval Academy today as we attempt to climb Mount Hernon, and now we will switch you back to the action as it is going topside. And here at the Naval Academy also, and we have an expert opinion here, and here we have the illustrious, sir, if you could give us your comment upon the exercise that is going thus far for our camera and the general television audience, sir. And there you've had it from the Naval Academy once again as we climb the steps of the chapel and look forward to this magnificent situation. And as you can see, and here we have Mary, yes, and we have Dora down on the side, and we are, as you can see, the crowd is very enthused about this, and they're making steady, considerable progress. Up, a little setback.
Yeah, I was on my way
As you can see, they're beginning to steadily process and have now wiped off some of the lard.
Can I have a copy of this? I want to.
Yes, and as we were saying, the lard is now coming down, and the lard was supplied by the Georgia Prescott Lard Company, and as you can see, it is high quality lard, and we just happen to have the president of the Georgia Prescott Lard Company here with us today. Mr. President, could you tell us how you came about to produce this lard in such a large quantity and the significance thereof?
See, we had a little expedition go out to West Point, and we stole it from their cafeteria. So West Point is all out of lard as of now. So you see, it was all commandeered.
And there you have it, folks. And there you have it. West Point is now devoid of that situation, and is now here at the Naval Academy, and you got it directly from the president of the institution. We switch you back now to the action as it is going up on Herndon. The action has picked up, folks, and we switch up, and the action has come down. Chaplain I. These people are staring at in one particular direction, from the chaplain all the way up to the recent small visitor here. God bless you. The spectacle, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mount Hernoon, here at the Naval Academy. And as you can see, it is the center focal of attention, complete with ambulance, midshipmen, officers, from the very high down to the very least. We're gathered here today from the front of our heads to the back of our heads, even those eating strawberries. Oh my. What action.
Good.
It's good.
One mine?
The center of attention. Food break was very good. Now, as you can see, the center of the action centers on that mass huddle of bodies, scantily clad in dress, trying to climb a slippery steeple of granite to place one little cap at top. Does it sound reasonable in this society of Western logic and understanding? No. Is it culpable that we could be gathered here today on a 90-degree heat day to watch this exercise occur? No. But I would just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this is America. And anything can happen and does happen in America today. So let us zoom in and catch the action. Now, if you can notice, on this side here, they've got a plan. How well that plan is going to work, only heaven knows. And on the other side here, oh, what is it? Yes. They have an additional plan. We notice, and as you can notice, there are male and female involved in this. And the female, oh no, that's a male, who is scaling, climbing the top. And recently began this contact, and they've gone down once again with an intense training session on scaling granite with lard. We had a discussion earlier with the president who provided the lard, which came from West Point, which in itself is a very slippery matter.
Appropriate.
But nevertheless, they are making progress. Let us zoom in now and get the opinion of a few in the crowd regarding the matter. We're gathered here with two of the most supreme supporters of the chaplain program.
I'll deny that I was with her.
We have here with us
This on the front page
Father
of the
Peter.
Capitol?
Father Peter, this is Chaplain Lewis with the Naval Academy Broadcasting System. Sir, we understand that you've been through a couple of these exercises, and we were wondering if you could give us your impression upon how this exercise is going based on your previous experience. Now listen very closely, because Father Peter's beginning to speak.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Doing an outstanding job. Outstanding. We'll be out of here in an hour.
And there you heard it. Father, if we are not here out of here in the hour, what do you foresee as occurring?
I'm going home, going to bed.
He's going home and going to bed. And there you have it, folks, that the Father's going home and going to bed if we're not here out of an hour. Now let's slip and talk to someone with a little bit more financial responsibility and authority. If you could tell us your impression, madam, of this exercise and how it's going here. And we have Dora, who is in charge of the entire finances of the base and manages to keep it all locked up in a mattress at home under her bed. Now, Dora, if you could tell us how you...
to a lockbox.
She moved to a lockbox. I apologize for that indiscretion. Could you tell us, madam, how you appear to have and see this evolution as continuing?
I think it's costing the taxpayers too much money, and I think it ought to be stopped right now.
And there you heard it, folks, right now, and I'm sure that it's going to be on Congress' table this weekend. This is the 80th Hernoon. They have scraped off the majority of the lard from West Point, and now are beginning to make some significant progress, but they're not going to break the 1 minute 45-second mark established by the chaplains in 1902. Activity going on that other side there, folks, as we turn it back on. We have got the individual on the other side. Oops, that's a big lava here. On the other side, as you can see, there are two little paws on the other side of that granite. And those little paws are beginning to make some progress. Once again, on a hot and muggy day, we are gathered to watch this festive occasion, which, as adequately was pointed out by one of the premier financial keepers here on the yard, is costing the taxpayers entirely too much money. But in the words of society today, oh, what entertainment. And that is what it's all about, my dear people, is entertainment. And we are definitely being entertained today. And there they go down again. It is time now for a commercial break. And let us break at this point. We got a commercial. You gotta have some music. All you gotta do is push the button. Okay. And Heather. Hello, this is Chaplain Lewis here at the Investigation encouraging you to eat crusty, rusty Sun Chips, the harvest cheddar flavor. Now, Sun Chips, let me tell you, is the best in the business, and today it will definitely satisfy your hunger and thirst. Today, as you watch this recording bit, this is logical behind us. As you can see, all you do is take the cup and you went. Remember.
I focused in on you up close when you that was great. That was great.
Okay. Now we'll move back over here.
Yeah, he did actually.
And do. Pete, what do you think?
Well, half hour. They're doing pretty good, but it's a long way away.
It's a long way to go.
That cap is on there. I was talking to the kid who put it up there today. It's up there solid as a rock.
What, the shoe?
Glue. No, the cap that's under the grease on the top. There's a
oh, yeah.
Cleaver's cap.
Yeah.
You know, like a Pepsi cup.
Yeah.
But that's up there like solid as a rock.
All right. Well, let's
Crazy glued, duct taped. Actually, the guy was hanging on it with all of his might. He couldn't come on. He was hanging it. So even when they get up there, it's going to be an evolution to get the darn thing off.
Right.
They're doing good. They're doing very good.
Okay, folks, here we are gathered once again. It's a festive occasion here in Annapolis, Maryland, here at the United States Naval Academy. And once again, we have this flock of people gathered most magnanimously here to watch this occasion for the class of 1998 as they attempt to scale a wall of granite covered with lard in order to get a cap off the top, signifying that they are no longer plebers. So let us zoom in. Let us zoom in at it and see what progress they have made. Now, as you can see, most of the lard from the bottom is gone. However, that doesn't remedy the situation, and they're beginning to make a little bit more progress at the top, which incidentally, indeed, is right there. And you can see the cap, if you look very closely, that is bolted down literally, with 5 bolts that they have to top off in order that they will not be plebes any longer. So here you are, as you can see, they're approaching this thing in a most logical position, in this most illogical situation. Let us turn now to get the comment of one who has endured the 95-degree heat today in order to view this, and who has a dramatic interest in fathers here of one of the midshipmen who are trying to take the thoroughly illogical step. Sir, could you tell us where you're from?
Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. You flew all the way from Los Angeles to come here in 95-degree heat to watch a person try to scale a lardy grain of granite, right?
Not a person. My son,
So, sir, you have a vested interest in this, right? Okay, and that person behind you, I assume, that is your lovely wife, Linda. Linda, can you give us your impression of this occasion, please?
I think it's going slower than we all anticipated. We think that if they would circle the entire, get more strength around the bottom, then perhaps they could make it
some new bodies.
They need a few more bodies, but they're doing all right. And here you have it, folks, from the experts, and they've even outdone the father, all right? These experts over here have predicted. And sir, how much longer do you think that this evolution will occur?
Probably a half hour.
And another half hour, then we can all go home and watch the NBA. Here you have it, reporting from Naval Academy, Annapolis, Maryland, on a hot 95-degree day, signing off. The situation is improving, whether one way or the other. There are a lot of things going up. There are a lot of things coming down. But in the true fashion of Americans, they are making progress. In the true fashion of Americans, they are working out a system. And the true fashion of midshipmen, it is chaos. But nevertheless, here we are, people gathered here to make this a very special occasion. If you remember, we had just talked to an individual from Los Angeles there, whose son was at the top of the pile. Now he's at the bottom of the pile again and gone out of sight. And once again, they're beginning to make progress. However, slowly as things are, things seem to be making it good, but then things seem to be making it bad, and it is not legal for them to do it on the other side of Mount Hernoon. Going on again, as you can see, time rolls on, and they still endure to try to get to the top of Mount Hernoon. They work hard to get to the top of Mount Hernoon. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, they're taking the combined approach from the side and the top, and we've got one Phyllis Borg is there now. who is nigh near skinnying her way up there to the top, as they begin to lock arms in a systematic approach to try to conquer this piece of rock. One wonders why we do it. Are we gathered here today because we have nothing else to do? Are we gathered here today because we're getting paid? No, we're gathered here today, believe it or not, because this is a tradition. And there are certain traditions that are carried on, whether they're logical or illogical. Isn't that right, Dora?
Absolutely correct.
Tradition draws us here today, folks, and tradition will draw us here again next year. As you can see, this is an up and a down type of a proposition. This is Chaplain Lewis signing again and signing off as some go down here at the Naval Academy. Yeah, here we go, folks. As Chaplain Lewis signing on again at the Naval Academy, and as you can see, they've made considerable progress. We've got one midshipman who's hanging on for dear life there, trying to get to the top to get the chute, and to get the cap, who is pasted up top there. He's going up a little bit higher. Let us zoom in on this situation here and find out who this magnificent pleatster is, as he is now moving a little and inching up a little bit higher. You know, there's a lesson to be learned in life here, folks. No matter how slippery and cold and hard and messy it gets, you can always overcome with a little help, even if the Lord does come from West Point. He's within an arm reach right now. We don't want to leave. He's making significant progress.
However, it looks like his foundation is beginning to crumble and buckle up under him. And there they goes, folks. The best made plan of mice and men. There you go, and they're down. I mean, and in light of the events that have been going on, that just horrendous miss that just occurred, we thought we'd get the opinion of one expert here, and we conquered down and hunted down a midshipman Davis, who obviously, as you can see, is an expert just by the smile on his face, and he's surrounded by all of his lovely friends and cohorts in crime here at the Naval Academy. And more importantly, he's a class of '96, so that makes him top dog, bow wow, of the little thing goes on. Mr. Davis, can you give us your opinion of that last little excursion that occurred where a midshipman there tried to conquer Herndon, but wound up on his proverbial, shall we say, duff?
Well, I got to say, they're giving a really nice effort, but I think they got at least another hour to go. So at least need to get a little bit more red, a little bit more work in there.
A little bit more red, a little bit more. If you were down there today, sir, what would you do that would be a little bit different? Would you conquer it in any different or different manner?
Me? I'd have to get all my friends together and get up there. Just have to push people out of the way and make it happen.
And there you've had it, folks, from the Admiral Midshipman Davis, who is an expert here at the Naval Academy, who is the top of his field, the one who is at the top of his class, the one who has all the understanding of Mount Hernon. Thank you very much, Mr. Davis. Master Chief Johns here, who, as you can see, is one of tremendous resource here. Master Chief, couldn't you give us your opinion here of this excursion here in 90-degree heat for which we all are gathered, and how things particularly look when that midshipman sort of bit the dust after trying to climb Mount Herman? What do you say, Master Chief?
I think it's a wonderful experience. My daughter finds it real entertaining.
This is your daughter. And, okay, so what do you find entertaining about this, ma'am? I mean, after all, you have these midshipmen here who are all covered with lard, who are trying to scale this hard, cold, stony granite. And what do you find so entertaining about this? Listen up, America.
All of them trying to get up there. It looks like pigs. How long did it take you? Pigs.
Could you give a description of what a pig midshipman looks like?
Covered with lard.
And there you covered with lard. Well, there we have it right now. And as we can see, once again, this is for the record, shining in here on America, that the midshipmen look like lard with pigs on them. And Master Chief, do you have any further delineations and comment upon your daughter's comments? Do they indeed look like pigs?
Well, up to this point, she thought this was an inexhaustible supply of cute guys. Now she thinks they look like pigs.
And here you've had it, folks. An inexhaustible, cute bunch of guys covered with lard that looks like pigs here at the Naval Academy. God bless, God keep. And as you can see, it is time to move on, and there seems to be some type of excursion going on up there at the Academy. Thank you very much. People, the time is now 1:49 or 13:49 for you military types. We are still here, gathered at the Naval Academy in wonderful Annapolis, Maryland, the sailing capital of America, to watch a group of midshipmen, the class of '98, scale a stone granite pillar covered with lard from Annapolis. And as you can see, things have progressed, rather insignificant, but insignificant progress is still progress, as they continue to build a human walled body to scale this edifice. Chances are, in the opinion of some, it will be done. In the opinion of others, it never will be done. In the opinion of the wise, I say it'll be another hour. But to each his own, and this is America. The media is here from Washington. As you can see, we've got the full scale, and the president himself was indeed going to come down. However, he was detained by more pressing matters in Washington to date. We don't believe that he could get past Philadelphia Avenue in light of the new blockades. So we're gathered here today without our president, but here together in total spirit to watch this edification as it takes place. Time continues to press on. Some are becoming weary and deciding to leave the situation behind to get a little bit of sleep and rest, a little slumber, a little rest for the eyes. Some are getting prepared for bed even now, figuring it'll be midnight in the weary hours. And I, near even the faithful, are beginning to sort of wane and lose interest in the entire situation as we press on today here at the Naval Academy. As you can see, the anticipation has died down, and now the stark cold reality of the time that it's going to take to conquer this edifice has worn down even the most faithful. As we zoom in and sign on, as you can see, the pyramid builds. The tension is building. With anticipation, they continue to change. We've seen this before. We may see it again, but progress is still being made, slowly but surely, in that massive bunch of slippery bodies. And you can hear in the background the disgust and dismay of the crowd, which seems to fall heavy upon us as if it were the Super Bowl. But this is indeed the Super Bowl of the Navy. Only the strong and faithful in heart can endure this hardship of crowd. As you can see, the masses have grown. The ambulances are still here in anticipation of something disastrous. And the blessed anchors of the Naval Academy are covered with massive bodies of human flesh to witness this event. What a spectacle, what a spectacle. And we might hasten to add that this is the 150th anniversary here at the Naval Academy. And we do have an individual here who was here at the beginning of the founding of the Naval Academy. We have managed to find this individual here in the crowd, and we will be interviewing them in a moment to find out how in the world she endured through such a long, long, long period of time. So stand by, folks. We bring for, you've heard the cannon. Another 15 minutes has gone on, and it's now time for our station break. Pace. And as I had mentioned before, we have found an individual who was here at the very beginning, the founding of the Naval Academy 150 years ago. And we intend, madam, to find out, could you please give us your name, please, and where you're from?
California.
From California. Is that part of the reason of your longevity, your stay in California? Well, could you tell us, madam, since you were here from the beginning 150 years ago, what was it like when the ground was being broke?
It was extremely serene, beautiful, and pastoral.
Do you consider it much that way today, or has the crowd sort of defamed this holy place of navalry?
It has put a limit on its expansion.
A limit. If you could do anything different today, with respect to this scaling of this stone slabby edifice of lard, what would you do?
I would secure a perimeter around in order to make it more accessible and not congested.
And here you have it, people, the voice of experience. And let's give her a hand for her longevity and sensitivity and understanding of this situation and putting it in historical perspective.
Because I'm very fond of history.
And now it's time for a station break. You can see they're still working on it. Some of you would much rather not see it, but we don't have any choice. The situation continues to develop. Up. I recognize that face. I recognize that face. If you remember, a midshipman alive, Navy football team will make back the 150-yard run in San Diego. We're providing progress to that. And they seem to be working on it a little bit more systematically. But the crowd is indeed beginning to wear thin. And tempers are beginning to flare in the crowd. It seems as though anticipation is going to be made up, and we have a bearing type of a situation here. Oh my goodness, I hope CNN is not here. Someone get hold of the man and tell him to get a hold of himself. As they come back down, and as you can hear the dismay and the crowd, people are beginning to meander and wander about and lose the general interest in the situation as to what is going on. Yes, only the faithful will remain. But at this time, let us talk to the downhearted about it to see how they feel. The rusty of heart can endure this situation, but we found one here who's just magnificently downhearted over the situation. Madam, give us your opinion. Has it taken longer than what you expected?
I'm here for the duration.
For the duration. Do you feel your tax dollars have been well spent?
Well, they look pretty strong and hardy to me. They must be doing their calisthenics. They'll make it. I have faith in their ability.
If you could change one thing about the entire situation, what would you change?
I understand none of the midshipmen can go home. I'd like to see some success so they can go on their leave. I'm rooting for everybody to be able to go home.
And here you have it, folks, from the downhearted and the broken up over this entire situation here at the Naval Academy. This is Chaplain Lewis signing off because I probably can't get up from this position. And this is Chaplain Lewis, gathered at the Naval Academy here at Mount Herndon. We've been here for the past 2 hours and 45 minutes working on this excursion here of climbing a scaly piece of granite filled with lard that has come from West Point. And we have the pleasure here of having the senior Protestant chaplain and his wife and the new commandant, Captain Farrell, who are reporting on board.
Don't say that, you get me in trouble.
Chaplain Clifford.
Get me in trouble. Boss is right up.
Chaplain Clifford. Could you please tell the audience of your impression of this excursion up until this time?
Most monumental.
Most monumental. My dear sir, if you could do anything to improve their situation and the chances of the midshipmen, what would you do?
Have Chaplain Lewis pray for them rather than take videotapes.
So you feel that the prayers of Chaplain Lewis are effective?
Oh, yes.
You feel the prayers of Chaplain Lewis rate or raise?
They're more effective than his videotaping.
Well, there you have it, folks, from the senior Protestant here gathered today at Mount Herndon and his lovely wife, Susan. Tell me, Mrs. Clifford, do you concur with the comments of your husband?
No comment.
And she refuses to make comment on the situation. Here we are, folks, once again gathered here at the Naval Academy. This is Chaplain Lewis signing off. You can hear the band as it plays in the background as it is kicked up. And we look there, we see a couple of the football players, a couple of little bodies still trying to scale this slimy mountain. And you just look around into this magnificent crowd, and oh my goodness, just who do we have here? Well, will you look at it here? We have got the Director of Admissions and his lovely family and wife Robin here at the Naval Academy. And as you can see, she's into the spirit of things. Well, welcome indeed. Captain Butler. Good afternoon. I'm Chaplain Lewis of Naval Academy Radio. And sir, could you please give us your impression upon this excursion at this time?
I was very, very impressed with you. Football practice at 5:30. I was so proud of you running as hard as you did.
Oh, thank you.
I tried mine as well. As you know, I was not here this morning because I had things to do.
Well, it is completely understandable, sir. Completely understandable.
As a member of since you and I remember this football team, I am very impressed with the attempt to get up to the top. It takes coordination and teamwork.
Coordination and teamwork. Sir, if you could change one thing about this whole excursion, what would you change? And what advice would you give?
There wouldn't be a sore in the back of my thighs. That's what I changed. My advice would be the same wonderful person always.
All right. And there you have it. And let's move down here to his lovely family and wife. All right. And here is Mrs. Butler. All right. Could you please give us your impressions of this whole excursion this afternoon?
Well, I think it's a writhing mass of humanity.
A writhing mass of humanity.
Who
they need to go back to their game plan.
They need
I
to go
think
back
they've
to
let
game
that out the window, and they need to go back to their game plan.
And here you had it as the most authoritative statement that is made to date upon this excursion here.
Well, you know what? It's called that backseat coaching or whatever,
Backseat coaching.
driving or whatever. Oh, it looks easier from here.
I heard it. I heard it. I heard it. Well, let's move right along. Madam, tell me, do you think your tax dollars are being well spent in this excursion?
Of course.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And this is what America does for fun. Folks, here we are today.
That's right.
The band is playing up. People are looking. The excursion is going great here at the Naval Academy to watch this thriving mass of humanity climb a mountain of granite. This is Chaplain Lewis signing off once again. Not in this event, but we're all watching Herndon here, or at least making an attempt to watch Herndon and these massive midshipmen scale a mountain of granite that has been greased with lard from West Point. And we have Mr. Bobby Brown, one of our special football players here today, who has had extensive experience in climbing mountains full of lard. Mr. Brown, can you give us your impressions of this magnanimous event?
Well, it seems as though they're having a pretty difficult time. It'll take them another 45 minutes to get up on top. It's much better to be on this side than on that side.
All right, Mr. Brown, thank you for your comments, but if you could give the midshipmen at this point one teensy-weensy, and I mean teensy-weensy, little bit of advice, what you give them, Mr. Brown?
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Anything else besides teamwork?
Work together and make the best of it.
Well, no, I don't know about that. So therefore, we have over here Midshipman First Class Curry, who will be leaving the Naval Academy, who is a graduate here this year. Let's all give him a hand. Yay! Thanks. Now, Mr. Curry, we understand that you've had extensive experience on this also. What advice would you give the midshipman? Do you concur with Mr. Brown's comments?
Oh yes, teamwork definitely. I think a little bit of organization. They'll know what their own job is supposed to be, rather than just randomly climbing up. I think they'll do a much better job.
Do you think the class of '98 is as organized as the class of '95? In your humble opinion, before all of America, if you could answer that question at this point and time.
I'm sure 98's doing a good job.
Are you sure the 98 is, excuse me, sir, could you say those words again?
98's doing a good job.
But are they, now just for the record, are they as organized as the class of 1995?
I can neither confirm nor deny their organization.
As you can see, we have a true graduate here of the Naval Academy. One is well versed in naval doctrine, and as you can see, he and Mr. Brown are working together. Believe me, these are your futures in America here, and they've been accompanied by his lovely family here, who is joining in to watch this festive occasion here. And as you can see, their time is well spent, and we enjoyed. Once again, this is Chaplain Lewis signing off as they attempt to scale, my, what a pretty face, attempt to scale Mount Herndon here at the Naval Academy. At it. And what goes up must come down has proven true once again today, as we are still here gathered at the Naval Academy with the midshipmen trying to scale a granite wall filled with lard from West Point. At some point in time, it seems as though the midshipmen make progress. Then again, at other times, it seems that the law of gravity seems to prevail. But not one to be daunted. Not one to be daunted. They continue their search and their quest for the elusive cover that has been bolted down from on top. In the true spirit of victory and never give upism, they endure. This is the chaplain signing off once again amidst a massive sway of bodies and parents here at the Naval Academy. Gathered here for the event that you all know about here at this time, and let's get the opinion of another expert here as we zoom in on one Captain Martinez here at the Naval Academy. Here, good afternoon, madam. I'm doing just fine. And could you please explain to all of America your opinion upon this latest excursion here of the midshipmen to conquer this towering granite wall filled with lard from West Point?
Well, the key is teamwork.
Yes. Chaplain. Teamwork. Well, let me ask you a question there, Captain. In the interest of this teamwork, would you be more than willing to lend in and chip a hand at this time and give your expertise into this excursion of climbing this towering granite of lard?
I don't think so. Turn that thing off.
And there we have it, folks, here at the Naval Academy. Once again, as you can see, the interest still holding. However, some are beginning to wane down as we get the comments, once again, of Captain Martinez, illustrious, regarding the conquest of the granite wall of lard here at the Naval Academy. As the midshipmen continue their purge and their scourge upon the lining tower, and at first it seems like they make progress, but once again, as usual, what goes up must come down. So once again, another false call here at the Naval Academy. They just don't make them like they used to in the old days. Is that we're here at the Naval Academy. We have two here with us here today. We have Miss T.T. Howard, who is the president of the Gospel Choir. T.T., could you give us your impressions here of this excursion here at the Naval Academy here?
So we can leave and go on liberty. They don't have a good base foundation, which is why they're not getting to the top. Actually, they've only been out here an hour and a half. They still got a little bit of time. So hopefully they'll make it pretty soon. All I'm worried about is next Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Professional, professional, professional. Folks, here you have it. The best that the Naval Academy has to offer. The future of the Navy.
Sunday at 4 p.m. in the Alumni Hall for the Gospel Choir concert.
And you heard that, America. Now we want to jump on this. And incidentally, they have t-shirts that will be going on sale. $10 a piece. A once-in-a-lifetime offer. So tell us, TT, if you could give the midshipmen any encouragement or words of advice at this point, since you've been through this excursion, what would you give them?
I think my word of advice would be have confidence and faith in yourself. You can do anything you want to do. Take it from me. I came from the bottom and worked my way up.
All right. Would you be willing at this time to assist them at this time by jumping onto the granite wall and providing them with your expertise? And there we have it today, folks, at the Naval Academy. This is Chaplain Lewis signing off once again. Thank you. And we have here, oh yes, all right. We've got Chief here. Chief, tell us, could you give us your opinion of the midshipmen here and their excursion to conquer this granite of marble and concrete saturated with lard? If you could do anything a little different, Chief, what would you do?
Use a woman to go to the...
Use a woman, and there you got it. When all else fails, folks, when all else fails, you heard it. I won't repeat it, all right? You got it here today at Annapolis. Signing off. Folks, the moment of triumph has come. Well, there you have it, folks. The best made plans of mice and men prevail here at the Naval Academy. And as you can see with anticipation, people are walking around and wondering. And folks, let's get the opinion here of one of the big dogs here. Midshipman Person, what do you have to say about that just last little event that you just saw here? Was it a heartbreaker for you?
It was, a little bit, because that was my brother's roommate.
Oh, that was a brother's roommate trying to make that.
Got a good jump.
Well, now let me ask you there, Mr. Persons, if you could give him a hand at this time, would you do it? Or better yet, would you sacrifice that individual who's next to you to go up there and give him a hand, huh? So that we can all go on liberty and go home, huh? What do you say? What do you say?
You should give him a ladder.
Just give him a ladder. Folks, we are gathered here to look at the best that the Navy has to offer in humanity. We've had all types of suggestions from ladders to condos, to get them to scale this mountain of granite filled with lard here at the Naval Academy. Signing off for dinner. Well, here we are. Once again, you can see the time on the monitor and the time that has taken place. And the possibilities have just tumbled down once again. However, we are not without the expert opinions here. So in light of getting a more purview on this thing here, we want to get the comments of one of the midshipmen's mothers here on this. So what advice would you give them, Miss Elders, on climbing this tower of granite filled with lard?
I wish guys is
And there he goes, the cannon goes off again for another 15 minutes. You can see the time on the monitor as we endure.
So how many hours they can do?
As long as it takes. What assistance would you give them if you could?
The bottom part is a heavy guy, and then they climb up,
And there you have it, the expert opinion. Sir, do you concur with that?
Yes.
Absolutely, and I assume that you concur with that?
Yes.
And you haven't lost interest at all, have you?
None yet.
As you can see, The film crew is still here.
That's right.
CNN is adequately represented here today. They sent their most experienced photographer and their most complicated, sophisticated camera to cover this work here at the Naval Academy. This is Chaplain. Thank you. As you can see, the festivities have kicked up here a bit as the midshipmen bolster and build up the hopes of the crowd that maybe they conquer this edifice here in a timely manner, that we can all go and get pork chops, but I don't think so. Once again, in the interest of power and electricity, signing off. Here, and they're still about 2 people short, and you see the time and the progress that they made. As you can see, the crowd is sort of thinned out, worn down just a little bit. Folks are now sitting down, beginning to enjoy their lunch. We got one over here reading the properties of physics. Even the ambulances have gone a little bit down as they begin to lose their second base. But eventually it's going to take place. So what goes up for the 17th time must come down once again here at Mount Herndon Naval Academy, when our guts begin to growl and our bladders begin to fill. Amen. Oh! Wait a minute, don't take the tape off. Don't take the tape off. Leave the tape on. Why did it?
This way, then around, they went around, covered the cab. I mean, it was unreal what they did this morning.
Oh, I see.
Go.
They're like crazy.
Here we go, folks. They about got it. And you see the time?
Come on, come on.
Here we are. He's working on it. Lord, give him stretch.
He's going hard.
And give him strength. Because here it comes.
Come on, come on.
And as you can feel, the anticipation has built as he works on it like a termite taking down a house. As he works on it like a pig grubbing through the woods. As he stays on it, what a man. Lard on hand. He never ever gives up. Let's see if we can get a close-up of this young man. Ah, yes, there he is, folks. As we zoom in on it, and he takes the ground hill approach. Ah, yes. Going with it from the foundation. All right, my friends, as he hangs on, look at that. Look at that arm work, look at that leg work. And look at that tower strength and power. All right, folks, you see the pillar and the foundation. Yeah, and he comes down again. The thrills and chills of being here at the Naval Academy, and we are still here at Herndon, missing dinner.
The tall guy right next to the black hair.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I got him.
I told him take it easy. He didn't listen. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, I got a good close-up of him, right? It'll cost you $500 to get this.
So
that's the sale price. Copies are $1,000.
I'll give it in a blank plate.
Yeah, right. I see. Yeah. I got him.
He's a short. The other guy's a tall. He's very strong, you know.
Yeah, but he's strong now. He is. He's strong. I wouldn't want to tussle with him. I wouldn't want to tussle with him.
Thomas!
You heard it, Thomas. They got it now. Yeah. Well, and here we are, folks, 4 hours later. And as you can see, we've got the good angle.
It's a good Navy.
And the man is up there doing it. So it looks like we're coming to the end of another chapter in the history of the class of 1998 from the rear side of things. But it doesn't matter if it's from the front or the rear, just so things are happening. And right now things are happening. Look down there, and you got one of them Navy football players, or butts you got the cover. Yes, and they've got it rolling on down. Take a look at the big pyramid here now. All right, and let's go back up to what's going on top side. Yeah. Yeah, see, because he's taking that bottom row off. Yeah. And inertial gravity takes its force, folks. Our progress is being made. The most momentous occasion occurs here.
I think he's going to be Marine.
And as you can see,
he's going to become Marine.
As you can see, the crowds are quickening and thickening up here now. Just like sharks coming in for a feast when somebody's been tossed into the water, folks.
Marine guy.
They're all here looking and all eyes are pointed, huh? Ah, yes. As the sun goes down, folks. Here at the Naval Academy, things are still cooking here on Herndon.
That guy, you really have to give him a good award. That was a terrible, that news.
Into a frenzy, folks.
He's supposed to have big
as he hangs on for dear life and honor.
Got the rag in to wipe it up. Oh, he's a wreck. Sure. Because it's slippery. Because of the grease in it.
I don't know if you caught it on video, but there are a few little squirrels in the back undaunted by the whole situation.
They're mean. Class of 97 is mean.
You can hear that comment in the background about the mean-ass of 97. Maybe more efficient. Maybe a better word. They better hurry up. The squirrel might think there's something to eat up there. They're all greased up. They might mistake them for ribs. more tape up there than what it took to wrap King Tut and King Tut's uncle. But they're still working on it in a magnificent fashion. And as you can see, the dear Padre held it here. Hey, Pastor McGuire. There was some word that the suit was going to call it off. However, that will not occur now. The skill and agility of that acrobat is phenomenal. To stay up there and to continue to unwrap.
God, he's a brave man.
I told you, there's a lot of tape up there. And as you can hear, the crowd comes to a stifling roar with each and every inch of gauze that comes off the solid granite block, greased down with lard. Hey. As he reaches a fever pitch, we get the rear view. I might add, there are a lot of thirsty people out here. There are a lot of people who are feeling various pressures on their body and soul at this time.
Online editor.
But we might add that they're hanging in there. The possibilities and capabilities of the human physique are staggering. And all rise to occasion. When necessity occurs. Even the young at heart are still on it. As you can see, no mother has left the yard. The dads have gone to play golf, but the moms are still here.
I would be nervous when my son climb out there. Exactly.
My kiddo.
As you can see,
using his teeth. Using teeth, cutting the
using his teeth, cutting it off like a rat caught in a trap, gnawing his way through freedom from plebedom. As 98 perseveres. We are moments now from reaching that momentous occasion. There are not too many history moments that rival this. Maybe the landing on the moon, maybe when Columbus discovered America, maybe when pizza was first brought to this country, or maybe when the automobile came online, but none now bear close to this moment in time. Ah, yes, we sort of lost balance here. Sort of lost balance. Sort of, there he is. There he is. As he is hanging in there now. We're not going to leave.
Huh? Can you go give to the finger powder? So we can cut it?
I don't think they'll take it.
Using keys.
As you see, we don't want to take a moment's break in time to miss the momentous occasion when the Dixie Cup lifts itself off. And the cannon blows. It is now in the 4th hour. It is now in the 4th hour. As he hangs on, like a squirrel swinging from the breeze. You can feel the anticipation of the audience. And look at that rear view. Look at that review. Dignified it may not be, but it works. As the band strikes up, and we want to give credit to the United States Naval Academy Band. And here he takes one more etch off. The Academy Band has endured all afternoon, their lips chafed and parched. Some have fizzled out, lips dragging the deck. Cheeks, tongues all worn out. For providing the musical wizardry for this momentous occasion. I'm sure all rest a little easier tonight after this is all said and done. Some of us will rest weller than others. I myself being one. Tennessee Charms being the other. We will all rest a little, and then there's the pleas. And then of course there are the many moms who have sat through this grueling event, sweating, watching their children fall from 30 feet in the air. Watching them with their backs against cold steel monuments of gray. Watching them go without water, food, nourishment for hours and hours and hours upon end. He's standing up, he's standing up. He's getting ready to do it.
You put hat on and then we're gonna be. Put hat on and stand up.
Yes, folks. When this happens, a roar will go up from the crowd that only might rival when Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic and arrived in Paris.
Oh my God, look at it.
There are a few moments in time that rival this.
97 is a me.
And of course, you can hear the class comments we got in the class of 97, whose popularity has hit an all-time low.
All right, cut it off.
Here at this event. Like Spider-Man himself, scaling the wall. The donnet young preacher hangs in there, for plebedom is but a moment away from being history.
Doesn't come out?
The pressure of the crowd is tremendous as they press against the cameramen here. Are they reaching a fever pitch? Some have been questioning, how's he going to get down? How's he going to get down?
I can give them my finger power. You can cut it.
All types of paraphernalia are now being offered to help these valiant young midshipmen, the future of the country, remove themselves from the shackles of plebedom, henceforth, now, and forevermore. And the robe goes up, and the cover is up, and the cover is up, and it's off, and it's off, and it's off. And he's got it, folks. He's got it. He's elated. He's elated. He's got the cover. He's got the cover. And it's up, and it's over, and it's done. And they are pleased no longer, and there's pandemonium in the crowd. Pandemonium. They are pleased no longer. Hey! Only in America, folks, only in America. Yeah. As the band strikes up with anchors away, and the crowd begins to get hold of a reality of what's going on. For plebedom is hence no more for the class of 1998. They have moved on, and all they have sitting at hand this evening is liberty. No more please is crying out in the air. No more please. The chopping is over. The raiding is over. But they have achieved the ultimate status in life and are getting ready to exit. A path is being cleared, if you can notice here. The cameramen and all important persons are being moved aside to the class of 1998. Of course, let us not forget that valiant young squirrel that is still stuck on top of Mount Hernoon here. What a dauntless individual whose name will go unknown as of yet. Ah, yes, folks. Like the launching of a ship, the birth of a new child, or putting on makeup. The occasion doesn't get more festive than this. Like getting your new car. It's like your first kiss. It's like being told you got $25 in the bank when you thought you were broke. It doesn't get any better than this. Ah, yes, and you can see the deathless and stillness and the elation of the crowd. Parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, aunts, brothers have hung in there to the bitter end to watch this momentous occasion. We don't know how much longer we can last, but technology does have its limits, and we're winding down on power. However, we'll stay with you as long as we can to bring you full live coverage of this event.
I think we need to put on the news for this. You know, this is something else.
I, for one, having been an eyewitness for this event, am the fuller for it. I can say that I've seen no game in the NBA or the NFL that rivals this event. As young Mr. Stefanik makes his way up top, and let us try to zoom in on that magnificent young plebe, maybe a future astronaut, who never knows. He sacrificed his body in a squirrel-like manner, who ground-hauled it all the way up Mount Hernoon to secure freedom, the most prized and cherished possession of an America for the people. He's holding on. He's got to make his way down in a safe and efficient fashion. Needless to say, the mother of this young astronaut, without suit or ship at this point, probably having a few questions. However,
Oh, you don't want to get hurt.
and we're certain that his name will go down in history in the vintages of the class of 1998. That in the fourth hour,
Here it comes.
he came through as he eases himself down, as he stretches out that long wire-like body.
Get your buddy.
As a foot is grabbed, and there it is. And they're coming away. Jubilation, elation. It's the area. As you can see, the superintendent making his way. And now the dauntless plebes begin to make their way out, flanked by the commandant and the deputy commandant. Select to be. They give a valiant hand for much suffering endured during this hour. But they have overcome. Tired, exhausted, worn, beat. They rise him up feet first to the occasion, to be hoisted above, and let him know that he's a plebe no more. Elation, jubilation. Ah yes, the plaque, the plaque. And that handshake. And the words from the superintendent himself.
You man.
He's been riding up in victory like an athlete from the time of old. Feel the elation of the crowd. Look at the jubilation of them all. It's massive. As they break out into the sanctimonious blue and gold. With the singing of blue and gold. For Salem Head. In battle fair. Since fighting days of old. Yes, sing that song. The sailor's right to wear. The navy blue and gold. And then that most divine phrase of all, but it's not found in Holy Scripture, beat army. And the festivities are completed for the day. A magnificent class of 1998. Moves off. And power and strength having endured all afternoon. The persevering of the heat, the trauma, the strain, the agony. Ah, yes.
Got a zoom lens on that? I mean, did you get up to what he was
yes.
biting the tape?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What an occasion, what an occasion.
Serious seal bites the tape, starts biting the monument.
They begin to file out.
Sonia Knight. Stephanie Mitchell-Smith. Alvin Payne. Lamont Gordon. Eamon Wallace. Monica Washington. Kendrick Webster. Reginald Williams. And Tina Valdez.
At this time, I'd like to ask Lieutenant Brian to come onto the stage, please. Lieutenant Brian, for all of your hard work and dedication and putting up with us this whole year, making sure they got some prizes and number one fire. Here, and with your hard work, we'd like to present you this plaque as you go on your way, leaving us in the end of the year.
Well, thank you very much. This has been a very rewarding tour for me. This is the last hurrah for myself. I check out Wednesday and I move on to other things. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about this group behind me. I took over the choir about this time last year and had great plans for it, and we did it. We went to West Palm Beach in the fall and helped them celebrate their 100th anniversary. We went to Chicago, sang in the Regal Theater during Martin Luther King's birthday. For spring tour this year, we did a very hard tour. We started out in Memphis, and about halfway through the week, we jumped on an airplane and went all the way down to Houston. We went back to Chicago again. They want us back again and again and again, and we try to make it out there as much as we